What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spidercast Podcast, where father and son, we go down the rabbit hole of tech, gaming, and the meaning of life. Thank you for that coughing introduction.
I'm sorry, Larry. When you started doing countdown, I had to cough.
You could have just gave me the finger and said, 1 minute.
I didn't know what to do. It's like I seized up, like, oh God, I got a cough.
Oh, it's good.
I'm finally getting over this.
It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Oh.
Maybe, depending on how this tastes.
Anyway.
If it tastes like the sweet corn did.
I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. So
you never know.
We have to sort of apologize for last week. It was no episode.
Yeah.
Somebody
I screwed it up on Sunday.
He got in trouble.
You act like it doesn't happen every now and then.
Yeah, well, you got to stop getting in trouble.
It was the first time in a long time.
I wouldn't go there.
Okay, first time within a few months.
A few months. There you go. That's better.
But hey, I had a few months streak, and I earned it.
Oh, so what have you been playing?
Well, if anyone stayed on the channel from literally right before you went live with this, Arkham Knight, because it went free on Epic, and it's still free on Epic today.
Yep, you can still get that. In fact, you get the entire,
Rocksteady collection.
Yeah, it's the Rocksteady collection.
You get Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight.
And you also can get...
I think it's all DLCs included for all three.
Yeah, I believe so. And you can also get the 3 Lego games.
3 Lego Batman games for free as well. And they celebrated it with doing for Batman Day. I got screwed over.
Yeah, you got screwed over.
I hate you. But yeah, they celebrated Batman Day by doing just that. Having 6 Batman games for free in 1 week.
That's right. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. No, I'm Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Adrian. No, I'm sorry. Martha!
Oh, why'd you say her name?
Oh, anyway.
Now we're going to get copyright flagged from a movie. Warner Bros. Do not come after us.
Yes, please. All right, so
two tiny people.
So I've been playing Gears of War.
I have been playing that a little bit as well. I need to get back to playing in that.
And up until a certain point, I was having a pretty good time with it, but I'm starting to get to the
nitty gritty.
Well, I'm starting to get into the sections that are just absolute like. There's parts of this game that you really need a good partner with, and I'm playing completely by myself with the AI character, and the AI character sucks balls.
Mine hasn't been too bad.
What
difficulty are you playing on?
Intermediate.
Okay, so normal.
Right, normal. Well, they call it intermediate in the game, but it's basically normal. The Jack character doesn't want to heal for some reason.
You have the healing stuff on him?
Yeah, and I think I'm even on level 3 upgrade on the healing.
See, I didn't do the healing.
And he still doesn't like to heal. Like I had this one scene where I was facing a
Scion?
No, the creature that does the pods.
Snatcher.
Okay. And like I probably had to go through that scene probably 6 or 7 times because he would instantly he would almost instantly kill me or knock me down and then do the same thing to the partner character, and Jack was not healing either one of us for some stupid reason. Even though he was literally flying above me, he was paying more attention to attacking the creature than he was to heal me.
See, I think there's a certain button that you have to hit. I don't think it's passive.
No, it's passive. He's supposed to if he's within range of you, he's supposed to heal you.
Okay.
Now, he will only do that he can only do that so many times in a certain period of time. So there is a limit to that.
Because it drains his battery.
But it doesn't I was literally coming into this with him pretty much being fresh and he was not healing me. So I don't know what.
Now, obviously, you're a little bit farther ahead than I am, so.
Right.
Now, unless
so no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. And granted, there are people out there who have already beat the darn game.
I'm
pretty sure no one has 100%ed it yet.
I'm sure somebody is at this point has beaten it. Because it's been out for more than a week now.
2 weeks.
A couple weeks, yeah. And I've been playing a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and that's the
thing is, a couple hours gets you like 1% in the game. That's the sad truth.
Somewhat. I don't know. It's
like 3 hours is what it took me for Act 1 just to play through it.
I would say there's got to be at least 20 hours into the game, at least.
What, for you?
No. I'm saying that game's probably.
Well, I know for sure that there are 4 acts.
There's at least 20 to 30 hours of gameplay available with that game.
If you do all the side missions and.
Yeah, and apparently there's a bunch of stuff that I've probably missed.
So you're gonna have to play through it a second time just to see all that stuff.
I don't think I could. I love this series. I love the story. I love the characters. I just don't think I could. I don't think I could stomach playing it twice. Like the last game, I just about rage quit. Like there was a couple of months before I stepped back into playing it.
Oh yeah, because that's when I came in and just like, oh hey, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah,
and blew through it in like 3 or 4 days.
I was literally playing on easy, and I was still having problems.
Yeah, I was playing on normal, and I was just like flying through it. But then again,
but the thing is,
more often.
Well, the thing is too, you may have run into the situation where they may have updated and fixed some problems, because some of the problems I was running into was apparently not. I won't call them glitches, but I will call them. There were enemies in certain areas that were overpowered. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to what he's sniffing here in a minute.
I almost don't want to take a drink.
It's Mountain Dew. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, but okay, we'll get to it in a minute.
But yeah, there were some enemies that were just next to impossible to defeat, and okay, I guess I forgot to turn my phone down.
Like always?
I know. I always forget. That was your sister.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I don't even want to know what she said.
Oh, she's.
I know it's about pictures.
Yeah, she's on her way home. So, like I said, overall I'm enjoying the game, but I am finding a couple of areas that I'm starting to get a little frustrated with.
Yeah, but you're always going to have that little frustration area in a game. Like for me right now, it's the Riddler crap, just to do stuff with Catwoman in the game on Arkham Knight.
Oh, that's right. I haven't played Arkham Knight.
No, you've played Origins.
Yeah, I've played Origins, but I haven't played.
You and me have played Origins.
I'm not even
haven't played Arkham Knight.
I'm not even 100% sure.
Doc has played Arkham Knight and not Origins.
See, I don't think I've beaten Origins. I'm not 100% sure if
I think I started playing it a few times but never beaten it.
I think that's exactly the same thing for me. I think I started it but never finished it.
Dang it. So I have another Batman game on the list to play.
Yeah, maybe.
There's going to be a lot of Batman. That's probably going to string up until Christmas for me on the streams.
So there's going to be a lot of me going, I am the great Cornholio. I need TV for my bungle.
Yeah, I don't like you for that one last night.
I need to go back in and clip that just because.
No, see you and Doc just pass each other in the halls. Doing that, and then him, as soon as he gets to my doorway, turn towards me and then take the shirt off his head. I'm like, what just happened?
For reference, last night I went to go grab toilet paper because we were out, and I was doing my semi-impression of Beavis and Butthead, and the great Cornholio, for probably most of the people that don't even know who that is. Look up Beavis and Butthead. That's all I can tell you. The
only reason why I get the reference is I have.
You have actually watched a few.
I've seen a few episodes, and
you've seen the movie.
Have I?
I think you've watched the movie.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember is I've seen Beavis and Butthead once or twice.
Yeah. All right. So today we're going to be drinking the Mystery Mountain Dew.
There's been a lot of stuff around this. I heard someone says it tastes like grape. Is that actually showing up in...
I think it's not.
No, because you haven't muted, I think.
Well, no, it played through the monitor. What the hell is going on? Okay, that I'm gonna have to work on. I have no idea why that just played through the monitor.
I'm like, hold up, wait. Like, I understand what this one's for. Actually, hold on. Oh yeah, I have to click it again. Before we actually get into this, have you seen the stuff about Area 51, the raid?
I know there's been some people that have showed up, and I heard
approximately 3,000 people that went to the surrounding areas to prep for the raid. Only 150 showed up, and only 75 approached the gates.
And I heard 1 or 2 people got arrested.
2 people got arrested.
So yeah.
But now there's a lot of memes, because especially there's a clip of an anchor man just talking right there in the middle of it, and behind him you see a guy Naruto running.
You know what though? Somebody needs to like do like a true meme and like have somebody like in a Flash costume and do literally like a.
No, now they're talking about making an annual event. Because they didn't expect anyone to actually show. And now that people showed, they're
an annual Area 51 run.
Yeah.
They should do that. Do it as a charity thing, like for cancer or something stupid like that.
They called it alien stock. So kind of like Woodstock.
Oh, you know what though? We're gonna have to do that once.
Coming at you live from alien stock in what is it, Nevada?
Yeah, it's in Nevada.
In the desert of Nevada.
We'll have to like break out like my Gear 360 or something, and
oh, that would be too.
I'm actually charging that up. I'm gonna start playing with it again. And see if I can
talking about the
360 hammer that I have.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I
actually
used it once and then never used it again.
Well, the problem I was having was
it wasn't true 360.
Well, no, the 360 wasn't the problem. The problem I had was it was overheating.
Ah, true.
And
you were in hot sun.
There was some of that, but apparently if you don't have a high enough bandwidth memory card, it will cause additional heat, which will cause it to.
So what you need is a bigger memory card.
Not necessarily bigger, but a higher transfer rate.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Because I have some. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be doing the Mountain Dew
mystery.
So it's the mystery flavor. Now, it's only one flavor, right? It's just that nobody supposed to know what it is.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Now, when I was just now sniffing it, it smelled like nerds.
Nerds.
Take a sniff and tell me it does not smell like nerds.
Actually, it smells like Skittles.
Hold on.
It does. It smells like.
I'm hearing you sniffing in my ear.
Yeah. It smells like Skittles.
You know it does. That's Skittles.
That's Skittles.
That is Skittles. Okay, I heard grape. I've heard grape flavor.
That's Skittles. But that's like the whole, that's like a handful of Skittles.
That's Skittles.
That's Skittles.
So they might be doing different batch flavors. Because I heard someone say grape. This is Skittles.
I could sort of see where they could get that, but this is definitely, this is totally Skittles flavored.
That's Skittles.
That's hilarious.
There's no way. It's literally like, hold on, what are the ingredients?
I'll tell you what, we'll wrap it. That's the thing, they're really not saying what they're.
No, carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors. We need a thing of Skittles so I can go back and forth with these.
But that's the problem is they're not they're doing the guys under the artificial flavors.
Gum arabic, caffeine, sodium citrate, glycerol ester rosin.
See the sodium citrate. I think that's the tartness from the.
Yeah, but gum arabic. I've never seen that for a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's Skittles.
There's a few of these I've never seen. New York. So this batch is apparently from New York.
Yeah, so if you're out there and you've had the Mountain Dew, leave a comment.
Wherever you may see this.
And let us know what flavor you think it is. That's Skittles to me.
Yeah, that.
Like that tastes like a handful of Skittles.
Like I originally thought nerd smell.
I could sort of see where
because when you open up a first small thing of nerds, that's the smell you get. Other than the box.
Bro, yeah, that's Skittles to me.
Yeah, that's definitely Skittles.
Yeah, Skittles. All right, so today's topics are going to be GameStop closing stores, Nintendo Direct and Switch Lite issues. Did you just sneeze and fart at the same time?
No, I sneezed and then coughed.
We're going to talk about the Apple iPhone 11 event. We're going to talk about Ohio University Esports program. French court telling Steam they have to allow reselling. YouTube and YouTube verification charges. Or changes, and then
charges on YouTube. Holy crap!
Yeah, charges on YouTube. So more bad GameStop news.
We know it's coming.
Yeah. So at a conference call, they said they would be closing 180 to 200 U.S. and abroad. Apparently, there are 5,700 stores in 144 countries. No announcement at this point which stores will get the cut. And apparently in the conference call, they said that they had already closed 95 stores since the second quarter of last year. Not surprising that this is happening.
Best Buy, buy them.
I still say that. I still say that's exactly what Best Buy needs to do. Now, we're hearing some rumors that some test stores. In fact, I think the one in particular they were talking about was in Oklahoma, where they're trying to add this. You know how like when you go into a comic book store, they'll have couches, or they'll have a game room where you can go and play your cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You do that with Doc from time to time.
Yeah.
So supposedly this new layout is supposed to be of that style. Like they're supposed to have like TVs and consoles where you can sit down and you can try out these games, and the concept sounds cool, but I don't know how, based on how small most GameStops are, I don't know how this layout would ever work.
See, what it sounds like is kind of what the stores do already. And have like that stand, the demo on the consoles. Well,
most of them have those demo consoles, but they're talking about. My understanding is what they're talking about is more of a kind of a homey, like I said, that comic book store feel where you can come in, you can sit down, play games.
Like held like tournaments and whatnot,
and they used to. GameStop, when the stores were bigger and whatnot, they used to host events. Some of them would be corporate sponsored, so they would have certain ones set up with the corporate would set up like Nintendo tournaments and stuff like that, and then some of them they actually at one point used to allow local stores to run local tournaments. In fact, I want to say even some of the GameStop stores, like they had almost like store to store competitions, so they would set up what they do is like they'd set up test accounts for store to store, and then they would play against other stores, local stores in the area. I want to say I heard that they used to do that. I've never seen that, but I've heard. So take that with a grain of salt.
If they would go back to like doing that,
I think it would be a good way to try to revive the. And I understand that they're
because they do that. People go to try out the game. Or not, or they have like a free play time or day. People go try out the game that they have there, and they buy it there while they're there.
And I think that's the point. That's what they're looking to get back into.
That will drive up sales.
And that's what they need to do. They need to develop a better customer base. They need to develop better customer service. I think that's the biggest problem.
Customer service was one of the big problems.
And the way that they've done business over the years just no longer works.
Yeah.
It really has been more of the downfall of GameStop.
GameStop just hasn't adapted to the times.
Right. They haven't properly there's so much opportunity for GameStop to have done those in-house game nights and do things like that, and sponsor esports and things like that. That's what they should have gotten into. They should have become that place to go. I think the collectibles obviously is a good thing, but the collectibles take so much room in their inventory stock. And
like, if only they had like I would take less GameStops if the stores were a little bit bigger.
The stores have got to get bigger. I'm sure there are areas where they could cut some GameStops. I'm sure there is.
Like, I mean, we're in the Columbus area. We see a lot of buildings that could be repurposed for stuff just like that.
Yeah.
That would kind of bring the community closer together, or even build up a community.
And I think that's the thing. It's building a customer base, building trust in the brand. And I think they've lost all of that with most of their customers. I don't really trust the brand anymore. They've shown that they have shady business practices with the way they trade and sell games. They also have shady practices when it comes to how, like the NES or SNES debacle, where all the stores were out of stock, but their sub company had plenty of stock as long as you bought these special kits with all this junk that nobody wanted for 3 times the amount, and it's there were I think I remember they were like doubling their money. I think is pretty much the way that it was described, based on what they expected the items in those packs for. It was the site they just shut down. ThinkGeek, yeah. ThinkGeek had a nobody could find an NES or SNES classic anywhere. Somehow ThinkGeek had thousands of them, but they were only selling them in these bundle packs, which I heard they got in a bit of trouble with Nintendo over, because they weren't meant to be sold that way, and so I heard they did have some crap that went down with that, but. It's one of those things. GameStop's they've got to change their model. They've got to change their customer service, if they want to continue to be relevant in today's market. Moving on, then.
Yep.
I'll let you take this one.
What, the Nintendo Direct?
Yep.
Oh, crap. Okay, it doesn't look like it's that bad.
It's not really that bad.
Okay, so what was it? This 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago, Nintendo had another Nintendo Direct conference, and they announced that the Switch is going to get 20 SNES games. Some of the games would include Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid. Ooh, that's interesting. That might actually be one I want to play if we get a Switch. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, F-Zero. Oh, I've heard of it. Okay, yeah. Star Fox, Kirby Dream Land 3. Rewind function?
Yeah, they've got the new rewind function, which apparently is it's something you can.
Is it like a backward?
It's literally like how when you're playing Forza Horizon, it's the same thing, but for NES or NES and SNES games.
Huh?
So like if you mess up, you can rewind. Because it's playing it basically.
I can see speedrunners.
Because the game is playing as an emulation, it runs like that. So you can go back and rewind the.
I can see too many speedrunners doing that.
Wouldn't be much of a speed run, starting and stopping, but.
Yeah, but if they mess up only at one point.
Right. It's going to be available online, Switch Online members, for no additional charge.
Oh, okay.
So if you're a member of the Switch Online, it is available. And to be honest, we knew this was the most unkept secret on the planet. People have been talking about this rumor for weeks.
And Nintendo somehow never has good kept secrets.
So sometimes you're right. The secrets are not very good coming out of Nintendo.
Here recently, it has not been good.
And they did do an SNES wireless controller for $30, which is another thing everybody expected was going to happen.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's Bluetooth. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or.
Or if it's kind of like Xbox controller and Xbox, PlayStation.
It almost would be very tempting to buy if it is usable, like on PC, so I could use it, with my emulation.
Oh, if you're,
or if I was RetroPie or something.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this weird contraption.
Yeah. They also announced Overwatch is coming to the Switch, which is that's a good game to bring to the Switch. Obviously, it's an older game.
I mean, it's only like a few years old, but
and it's not as popular as it used to be. It's not a Fortnite.
It still has a big.
It still has a decent following.
I mean,
but
Fortnite's dying, so
we should talk about that at the end if we got time. If not, we'll definitely talk about Fortnite probably in the next.
Its numbers are going down.
Yeah.
By the millions.
Yeah, and then they announced the Switch Fitness Ring.
Yeah, I saw the photo for this, the stock photo for it,
which is the dumbest thing on the planet.
It's literally like a steering wheel,
like a ring, like.
And you have one thing up here.
You put Joy-Cons in it, and yeah.
What do you need, like 4 Joy-Cons to actually make it work?
No, I think it's
Only
just
the 2.
I think it's just 2.
Yeah, you put top and bottom, and I'm trying to project. Do you hear me well?
Yeah, well enough.
Okay. And you literally hold it like this, and it's like that was stock photo.
And then
what do you expect us to
can do this with it. It's like shake weight, kind of weird.
You mean shake weight, kind of inappropriate.
That too.
It's a hula hoop.
Yeah. Put a hula hoop around your head and go like an idiot.
Bear trap on your head.
Yeah. Skittles.
Oh my god.
It tastes like Skittles.
What it tastes like is when you suck on a Skittle for so long and you just have that sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that tastes like.
Definitely a lot of sugar.
Oh.
No lie. Definitely a lot of sugar.
See, if I drink like 3 or 4 of these in a row, my teeth would start rotting.
Man, I think I'd be bouncing off the damn wall if you drink.
So what I'm hearing is I need to drink a lot of this if I'm doing a 24-hour stream.
Maybe. Now we know that the Switch Lite released this past week. There's already some news concerning that matter.
I must have just added this.
Because this just started posting here, so we're gonna switch over to the video.
That has no audio.
So we're gonna play this video.
Full screen it.
So apparently the Joy-Cons on the new Switch Lite are already seeing drift. This is something Nintendo is under a class action lawsuit for. And those that have disassembled the new Switch Lite have said that these thumbsticks are exactly the same as the ones in the regular. You can see.
No, wait, that was just the camera. Now, there are some games that the camera will automatically turn.
Well, you'll watch in the video, he'll stop it, and then it'll start drifting again.
Nope,
so he kind of taps it.
Oh, okay.
Starts drifting again.
See,
so it's not one of those like he let it set too long type of situation.
See, if you were playing a game like Mario Kart, where you need precision control, and that crap starts happening, I would be mad.
Alexis Javier is the YouTube channel that we were just viewing, by the way. Give him at least some credit for the video. But yeah, apparently, from like I said, the people that have taken these things apart have already said that they're the same exact joysticks as the regular Switch. And if this is going to be a problem, it's going to really.
Nintendo should have at least saw this coming and went, you know what? Let's go back and
redesign or get a new part or something. It makes no sense why they're
not go as cost effective as possible. Well, more like cheap as possible.
Cheap as possible, yeah.
And not deliver a product that won't break within the first 3 hours of you using it.
Now, I'll be honest, this is making me very, very nervous about the possibility. Like, I want to buy a Switch Lite. I think the regular Switch is just overpriced.
I mean,
I want to get a Switch Lite
for like the living room for like the family.
I still think most of the time, one is just going to want to play it in portable mode. I just don't think there's going to be enough of us playing it in docked mode. But that's just me. Yeah, like I said, makes me very leery about purchasing one.
Why does it always seem like it's whenever we have a GameStop news, we have a Nintendo news that's almost just as bad?
So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and if we see more information about Drift, and we will report that as it continues.
Now there are a few of these I'm actually excited for, and they're actually the two that are right after this one.
So the Apple 11 event was a couple of weeks ago. In fact, the iPhone 11 released this week.
Last week, it released on Friday.
Well, this last week.
And iOS 13 actually just launched today, or Friday, I think.
Yeah, and I hear there's already problems.
I haven't had any problems.
Apparently one iPhone, they're reporting like it started dialing 911 emergency service, like it started going bonkers. So I didn't get to read the whole article concerning it.
I'm liking that instead of just like the bright white mode, I can have a dark mode now. To where it's not hurting my eyes in the mornings.
I will admit I have been on the Android thing for a while. I've never been I like Apple products, but I hate paying the premium for them. To me, they're not necessarily worth the premium. I will admit,
people are saying the iPhone 11 looks ugly.
Yeah, a lot of people are having a problem with the bug eyes.
It looks like a rocket launcher from Halo.
I don't know where
the original rocket launcher.
I sort of get that, but
camera on mine.
the new iPhone 11, the regular one's going to be dual camera. It'll be a wide and an ultra wide. Then the iPhone 11 Max got 3 cameras this time around, and it's got a wide and ultra wide and a telephoto. The front facing camera.
Are we talking cars now?
got what they're referring to is the slow-fi mode.
What?
So it's high speed.
I would have said slow-fi.
Yeah, slow-fi. That's what they're calling slow-fi. That's what they called it at the event.
So it's a selfie, but in slow-mo?
In slow-mo. So it's a slow-fi. It's gonna be the next. It's gonna be the next Snapchat, Instagram, BS thing that everybody does.
Cool, chill.
So, people are getting Apple TV Plus service for the first year when you buy a new iPhone.
Ooh.
Which is a pretty cool little deal to get people on board with Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Which they announced at the thing they're doing some kind of like Netflix does with their own premium content. They're doing their own some of their own TV show type stuff and whatnot.
You mean like Disney is going to be
like Disney's doing, and yeah, like all the other.
Everyone's jumping onto this train, and I mean, obviously Netflix has been doing good with it. Amazon has done good with it. Hulu has done good with it. Will Disney and Apple be able to keep up?
Apple's definitely got the money. It's a matter of whether or not the right people are behind it. Now, I heard they tried to get J.J. Abrams and his production company to develop content, and they pretty much told him no.
Ooh.
Apparently,
they want the Disney money.
Apparently, they offered like $500 million.
What the? Why would you say no to? I'm sorry. Okay, honestly, it depends on what kind of content they wanted to make.
So I don't know.
So if it was just something that they just never wanted to do, I can see that.
It might be. They also announced a Apple gaming service. This was also not very well kept under wraps. Everyone was talking about this.
I knew this was coming, and I didn't really even pay attention to the news on Apple.
Yeah, it's called Apple Arcade. It is $4.99 a month.
Not bad.
It's very similar to Xbox Game Pass. They're gonna have 100+ games wrapped up into one subscription. All the games are gonna be ad free. So there's no pay to win, none of the typical stuff you get with free games.
And you got kind of like full on. I heard full on like console games or whatnot.
I don't know if I mean, Apple's always done a pretty good job with some of the gaming content that they've had on the.
Apple has never been like just the idle tappers or
right.
whatnot.
We've had games,
some actual games.
Right, we've had like Infinity Blade. There's been some RPGs. I mean, there's been a few games that have made it over to the iOS store.
I want to see another Infinity Blade.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not. I heard the last one didn't do well. They also announced a new iPad. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing on the iPhone. The price for the base iPhone's at $699 for 32 gigs, which I think is stupid. That will not be
$699 for only 32 gigs.
Yeah. Here's the weird thing. For $50 more, you get the 128. Guess which one I'm going to get?
128.
I'm going to get the 128 for 50 more bucks. At least it's not like $100+. I'm kind of tired. That was one of the reasons why I stepped away from my phone, because I got tired of if I needed enough space that I was going to pay. Not only was going to pay premium, but then I was going to pay premium plus on top of that.
What you're saying is the iPhone 11s are cheaper than the iPhone X's.
Well, they're pretty much where the iPhone X price is right now.
But at the launch of iPhone X,
right, they're cheaper than the last one.
So so Apple kind of looked at this and went, "Yeah, we probably need to scale back a little bit."
Yeah, I don't even know why they offered a 32 gig really.
Considering how fast people have proven to blow through that.
Yeah, well, and you're talking about a phone that shoots in 4K. High res stuff. I mean, they're doing HD, all kinds of cool HDR. They've got new night mode, which looks really awesome. And that's the only thing I want. That's the only reason I want an iPhone.
Stuff.
I want it because of the camera stuff. I'm a photographer kind of guy. I'm an image kind of guy. I love doing video. I love doing photos.
With me, if it's still frame and we're not moving, I can take a good photo. But if we're moving, like you wanted me to take that photo of that Harvest Moon when we went out to the
I knew that was going to be a hard shot regardless.
The photos turned out so bad, I didn't even save them. I just straight up deleted them.
Well, and now with this new night mode,
because all it looked like was the sun.
Right, and this new night mode that they're offering, I've seen it. I've seen video of it in action, and it looks incredible. So what it does is it takes like 7 photos in varying levels of exposure, and then basically creates one high, about as high definition image as it can, based on those exposures. So it kind of goes from dark to light, and then composes all those together, and does that automatically on the phone. I mean, that's incredible.
So no editing at all.
Right.
It's just there.
Yep, it's just there.
Power technology, people.
And iPhones, if anything iPhone has done well, it's their camera and camera apps have always been pretty well on the bleeding edge. If they do anything better than anybody else, that's it. Now, there's always been some question of whether or not the hardware's better, or whether the software's better. I'm fine with the iOS system. I did 3 iPhones, I think, at one point.
You had.
My big reason I left iPhone, the problem I had is when I went from like a 3GS to a 4, like my data usage doubled for no apparent reason. And I was streaming the same stuff, because I have a daily routine. And when I was at work, I was playing the same, amount of videos, the same amount of time. But when my data doubled, and then I started having problems where AT&T was shutting down my data basically because I'm over my limit. Because at that time I was still on the old unlimited but not unlimited plan, and then I upgraded to an iPhone 5, and I still had some problems. It wasn't as bad. It was kind of like in between.
Heck, I remember sharing that iPhone 5 for the longest.
And it was just, it wasn't a very big phone at that point, and there was better products out on the Android side, and Android had matured a good bit, and the software was getting pretty good, and phones were getting updates. I've only ever had Galaxy phones. Mostly because they get the updates. That was probably my biggest complaint about any Android device, is making sure my phone got updates. And that was the other thing too. Apple, after at that time was like 3 years. By the third year, that was your last update. So by year 4 or 5, your device was pretty much done. You couldn't download anything new from the Android or from the iOS App Store. And
that was kind of like before they were doing an iPhone every year, wasn't it?
No, they've always done an iPhone every year, or at least every 18 months, at least. But yeah, I mean, I still have a Gen 1 iPad.
Yeah, we do.
In fact, it's sitting right up here, and it's still stored.
That's kind of weird, just to kind of look at it and go, and then look at the new ones.
It's
that they
so
have.
thick compared to the new ones. But I am thinking about buying a new iPad to go with my iPhone. Now I have a purpose. There's a reason besides just the whole camera thing. I want to get to the point where I can produce, edit, and upload on the go with my iPhone and my iPad. That's the plan. Now whether or not that happens, I don't know, but that's what I'm looking at. My other biggest complaint, and this is the reason why I also want to go the iPhone 11 versus the Max ones, and this has been my biggest bitch about the last 2 Android phones. These things have these OLED screens, and they look gorgeous. I love the look of an OLED screen. No complaints there. The problem is, 4 months into owning it, this screen burns in.
There's actually a mode on the iPhones that they have called True Tone. It does not burn in the screen.
Yeah, you can.
I have it activated.
It's probably, you probably can't even see it. No, hold on.
Yeah. I have had True Tone activated on my XS.
But like, I really wish I could get just a blank white screen on here.
I can see it.
It's
from where you've been on YouTube.
YouTube. You can see where the YouTube is on my phone all the time because it's burned in. This is the second screen that I've had on this phone. Right before the initial warranty, because it's covered under warranty for screen burn in, I had this screen replaced. And that was just a hair over a year ago. When I had the screen replaced, I did through Best Buy because they're a Samsung warranty service. And 18 months later, basically, this thing's burning again. So I want out of an OLED, which is why I want the regular iPhone, because I want the LCD screen. Yes, it's not as good, it's not as nice, but I don't have this burn-in problem.
But like I just said, Apple has on all iPhones with the with the OLED screen, they do have a mode on it, and I can actually go to it right now, but I'm not going to turn it off because, dear God, I do not want my screen burning in. It basically, it keeps the screen from burning.
They've done what they're doing things to try to help,
and it does a awesome job of not burning in. Especially when you accidentally leave your screen on all night.
Yeah, because you never do that.
I fall asleep watching YouTube, okay? And my phone's always on my nightstand.
So new iPad 329 comes with a 10.2 inch Retina display. It will support the new smart keyboard. Now here's my only bitch: 32 or 128. It needs to be 64 and 128. I don't know why they do the 32 gigs anymore. It just doesn't make sense.
People, like I just said, people fly through that too quick. Yeah. Now, I think I know what they're trying to do.
Well, they're trying to force
Apple iCloud.
Well, there's that, but they're also trying to get people to pay a lot more money for very little storage, because 128 gigs in an SD card is $30, maybe $35. If you get the high end one, it's $40, $45, maybe $50.
I think my phone is 128 gigs,
and they typically charge you like $100 more for that kind of upgrade. Now I got to double check the iPad. I don't know what the 128 is going to run me, but I'm going to try to get a 128. That's the plan. because I want to have the space on it so I can transfer from my phone to it. Like I said, do all the editing, stuff like that. That's the only reason I'm looking to get an iPad. All right. We'll move on to the next topic.
These next two are kind of exciting me. And
why don't you start? Why don't you start on this one? Cough, cough.
Yes. Okay, so Ohio State University, OSU, is opening its esports arena.
Now, taking into consideration, in this conversation, we are a little biased. We are from Ohio. So Ohio. IO. So we are Buckeye fans.
Nope. Okay, the Michigan song sounds in my head.
We are Buckeye fans, so take anything you hear a little bit with a little bit of bias involved. So go ahead.
So they remodeled their Lincoln Tower second floor, and they have rows of Alienware and high-def monitors, 80 gaming computers, consoles, and VR systems, rooms for competitive gaming with a broadcast booth, and they are currently developing a curriculum based around gaming.
Yeah,
this sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, this is something. In fact, since we're going to be doing the college tour thing here very very soon,
I want to see this.
I think I want to go see this. Even if you don't, I don't really care if you go to Ohio State.
Even if I don't go to OSU, I want to see it.
We want to go see this. I think this will be an awesome thing for you to go see.
I will geek out.
Yeah,
horribly.
I've seen pictures of this place. It looks absolutely incredible. They've got all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, OSU always looks
and
nice.
Literally, like, they have almost kind of like, I'll say kind of like what we've got here, except it's like a table with like they've got a full, like, almost news style room.
I've been in
that they do in the you can do the broadcasting
in Eastland Career Center. They have, in the interactive media, a full-on recording booth, like everything, studio, everything.
Really?
Yes, and it's soundproofed 100%. You can hear a darn thing coming in and out of that room.
That's where you're going, right?
No, I go to Fairfield.
Oh, you go to Fairfield.
Eastland's
the one
because that's the one I was looking. Yes, that's the one I was looking
okay.
at for interactive media. But since I've already do all this. Besides the animation,
you went more commercial route. You went more into the job stuff. Man, I almost.
No, I went more towards.
You went dead.
Did I? What the?
You're dead. I don't know what's going on.
I'm dead.
Nope, there you are.
Oh, okay, I hear myself. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I don't know. You did. Anyway, go ahead. Professional.
I went to where the money is at.
Right. You made the proper job choice, not necessarily the fun choice. But I will say maybe we should talk to see if we can get in with the media guy and maybe set up to do a podcast or something there.
I don't think he'll let us do that.
I don't know. It'd be worth an ask. Just for like one episode. You know what I mean? Just to promote
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have contact with him. But I know. Do I have a friend in there? I might.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you know somebody in that department.
I know people everywhere. I know someone living right next door.
But, yeah, I think it would be kind of cool not only to promote, obviously, the media, but we could show them how we do our podcast and how we record and some of the thing, talent you need for.
Yeah, like they do like full bore, like almost movie production.
I'd be cool to see. I wish that stuff,
like the boom staff, and
I wish that stuff was available to me as a kid when I was your age, because I certainly would have taken that. In fact, I've debated about,
like, they made and produced their own like intro video for all the sophomores last year.
Right.
So it was kind of interesting.
But yeah, I've thought about, like, there's a place that's not far from here. I think it's Ohio Media or something like that.
Yeah.
That actually, it's a school that actually teaches you sound and all that. And I've thought about actually trying to go there
and take a course
and take a few courses, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
Awesome.
And and this is a quote. On the research side, there's a lot of fascinating things being done from the human performance perspective and data analytics, and then student life is anchoring the curricular experience. I can't talk. But the idea is that they're gonna be looking at gaming from all aspects, and they're gonna look at it from a health aspect. They're gonna look at it from a technical aspect. They're gonna be
like this ain't
programming and development, and literally every aspect of gaming is something they're gonna build. They're building a curriculum based around
and see
this
ain't
department.
this ain't just like, oh, you're gonna go here for this, and then competitive scouts are gonna come and look. This is like bigger than that.
Well, they have said that there are plans being hatched for them to do competitive against other schools. So
I mean, I think Indiana already has one.
Imagine like us in Michigan, because Michigan is our rival team. For anybody who doesn't know, if you're not a sports fan,
we don't talk about the M word.
Yeah, we don't talk. Literally, it's so funny whenever the High State Michigan game happens. Like they always cross out the M for any word that has the M in it. It's hilarious.
Because we don't talk about any word that has an M.
Yeah.
Especially if it starts with an M.
Right. It's just one of those things. Like, we've had a rivalry for years. We've mostly been triumphant in the football.
I don't think they've beaten us in the past few years.
It's been a little while since they've actually defeated us. Now there was
Come
a while
on, Wolverines, we're waiting for it.
We had a streak, I think, of a couple of years where we were losing, and man, people were losing their shit.
Well, yeah, we all know Ohio State's better.
We are very competitive when it comes to like, we can lose every other game of the year
as long as we win that one.
As long as we beat Michigan, we're good. And
but yeah, seeing that they're doing this, and you heard my initial reaction when we were out to eat that night.
Yeah.
This makes me want to go and look. This stuff like this. Now, seeing it from me being a gamer and a streamer, I love stuff like this. I absolutely love it. I want to see more stuff like this coming to schools.
And more schools are putting these kind of things in place because, gaming and media and the gaming media, there's always a need for developers. There's always a need for artists. There's always a need for new innovations because gaming as a media market is a huge market. There are a lot of gamers out there, and they treat it anymore like they do big movies. I mean, there are video games that make more money than most Marvel movies.
There are video games that look like Marvel movies,
true,
even better than Marvel movies.
Yeah, they're true in certain respects, but yeah, I mean, it's a new market. It's a new
that have less of a cost.
Yeah, but I will admit, Ohio State is not cheap to go to. By the way,
no, it's not. That's one place where you have to get a scholarship if you want to go.
Yeah, you really either your parents have to be well-to-do, or you really need scholarships.
Well, you're going to be in debt for a while.
Yeah, for a good long while. All right, moving on then. Steam games resale. I'm going to take this one.
Ah, dang it.
Steam games resale. The European Union have won the right to resell their Steam titles through Valve's digital marketplace. The Paris court ruled on Tuesday that the European Union allows Steam users to resell their digital games just like they can any physical product. And this kind of goes back into the early days. In fact, there are certain laws, and this is the reason GameStop exists. Because in the early days, in fact, a lot of the media game manufacturers in the early days of GameStop and EB Games and those type of tried to stop these resale. But there's a clause in American law that basically, when it comes to resale, and it allows a company or person to resell a product that they've purchased. And there was always kind of that argument, well, you don't own the game, you own the license to operate the game. But when you had physical copies, like cartridges and disc and stuff like that,
you own the game.
You own the game, and you had the right to sell the game because it was property. and like I said, there's a lot of technical terms, a lot of lawyer things that I can't even begin to spiel out. But the law basically and there were court cases. Like I think this thing went to the Supreme Court, and it ultimately was decided that this was a legal thing for you to do. But the onset of digital media has changed that idea, because you don't own the game, you own a license to the game. Now, Valve lawyers attempted apparently to argue that Steam was a subscription service, which they pretty much shot completely down, which is true. Steam is not a subscription service.
Definitely not.
It is not. It is not like, I don't even think you have to. It's not a Game Pass.
I don't even think you have to buy the software for Steam.
No.
You find it, you download it.
Well, Steam is free.
Yeah. You find it, you download it.
You're paying when you pay them. You're paying for the game. Yeah. Or if you get a code that is compatible with their licensing agreement, then like a game code or whatever, that for a game that they sell on their market, it is an activation of that license to you. And there's always been kind of this back and forth about whether or not the legality of whether or not you could sell or not, and it's always been their motto that no, you can't. You own the one copy, and that's it. It's not resellable. There's no, but now because of certain laws in European markets, looks like we might see that come to available to purchase or resell online. And
can we get that in America, please? There's a lot of games that we don't play on Steam anymore.
I have a lot of games on Steam.
You do. I have a few games that I don't play on Steam anymore.
Now Steam is saying that they will appeal, but I really don't see them winning this one.
Oh no, there's no way that they're gonna win.
But yeah, the court went on to say that Valve's policy on game reselling is against European Union laws that govern the free flow of digital goods. And
this next one's just a bunch of bullcrap.
Well, here's what I'll say. I totally agree with this thing, and I'm not sure how they're going to technically implement it. It would be interesting to see. But I will say we will talk about this more
as it develops.
Yes.
I mean, reselling games on Steam, like they have their own like Steam market where you can get collectibles from the game into like your inventory, your user inventory, and sell it for people who want it, like trading.
Yeah.
But it's like cents here and there, but it goes directly into your account.
Right.
So it's like if I had a game that I just didn't play anymore and didn't want to play anymore, sell it. That money goes in my account. I can go get a new game.
Yeah.
And that would kind of be awesome. And if Steam implemented that, they might be giving back some money. But I think in the long term, they're going to make more money.
I don't know if they necessarily make more money, because it might be a situation where you're competing against their own marketplace. So if you sell, like if it's $20 game and you're selling for $15, somebody's going to buy it from you for $15, or buy your license for $15, and that's an extra sell that Steam is no longer getting because they're not getting a cut of that.
So you're taking this as there would be a user only market where, let's say I sell a game, you could buy it.
Right.
Okay, so that's how you're taking this. I was thinking sell it straight back to Steam, back to Valve.
No, it would be a person to person sale.
Okay.
So that's the way this would probably work. All right.
This one just makes me mad.
Yeah. YouTube tried to change its verification rules, then reversed course.
Tried. Because a lot of people were mad.
Yeah. This caused a huge uproar in the YouTube community. And apparently... Community. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't speak today. It's all the sugar, okay?
You barely drank any.
Skittles.
I think I've drank more than you.
But it's Skittles.
Chug.
Taste the rainbow.
Chug.
Not only could I not chug it because it's so freaking sweet, it is so carbonated. Like I haven't even burped yet. I will be burping.
This scares me.
I'll be burping and farting at the same time. Okay.
This scares me. I haven't burped yet. Usually after almost
but
every time I take a drink, I burp.
Yeah, but you've been coughing too, so.
I hate you.
We've all been kind of a little sick, so you'll just have to excuse us on that.
Hey, we're lucky we didn't do this last week because I was sicker than a dog.
Yeah, you were kind of sick too.
So, thank God.
So basically, YouTube sent out emails to a very large group of YouTuber channels, stating that they were about to lose their verification, which is a check mark on their channel that says, that they are the real channel. That and it kind of helps both the viewers and people who would sponsor these channels, that saying that we know these are real. This is a real person or real business, and it's one of those weird, like when you're on Twitch, or not Twitch, but Twitter, getting that verification mark.
Well, it's also like Instagram. You have that blue check mark, and it's kind of like, for media, that's the overall. This person's legit.
Well, it also helps keep people from
making fake accounts.
Make fake accounts and things like that. It's one of those little extra things for people who have really put their time and effort into the YouTube channel. So, basically, what happened? What it comes down to is they wanted to change the verification rules, and they were offering a way to appeal the decision to remove, and like. Some of these were not small channels. We're talking some of these were 1+ million subscribers.
Which, if over 1 million subscribers is not enough to prove, oh hey, this is an actual creator
right, with real content that posts regularly. Like, yeah. I could see them pulling verification on a channel that maybe
like mine, where I don't.
Well, the thing is, like if you go 6 months to a year and you don't post any content, things like that,
I can see them ripping.
Right, I can see pulling your verification because you're not showing it as an active member of the community. But people who post daily,
at least twice a week,
yeah, at least weekly or whatever, and like I said, there were some pretty big channels that all were getting those notifications. So.
Heck, I heard, and the day they did this, I was on Twitter on the way back home from school, and I just started seeing this flood of all the YouTubers I follow showing the email they got,
yeah,
and then showing their site on YouTube at the same time. It was already gone. It wasn't saying we're going to remove this, we're changing stuff. It said we changed something, it's already removed.
I hadn't heard anything like to that effect. I knew it was, they said that it was like you had until like next month to
like, yeah, there was like the appeal stuff, but it was like they had already taken it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anybody had lost it yet, but
like I saw Jacksepticeye, like 17 million subscribers there. He was in threat of losing his verification.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And he posts like that video daily.
Yeah.
Then another YouTuber I watch, he's from High Five Studios, Connor IRL. I forget how many subscribers he has, but I think he has over 100,000 at least. And they were threatening to take his from him. Now that's just stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous the what they were trying to do. And basically, after a lot of backlash, the CEO, Susan, I can't even pronounce her last name, channels that currently have verification will now keep it without appeal. The plan is still to reopen its process for verification next month for all channels that have over 100 subscribers. Because that was the thing. You had to have 100,000 subscribers. You had to be 100,000 to even ask for verification. With an eye toward stamping the tag on channels that are both authentic and complete, and that's the thing, that they're trying to make sure that channels are real channels. You know what I mean? They're not channels that are just re-uploading content, because Barnacle Nerdgasm has had that problem before. Linus Tech Tips has had that problem.
Big channel that has had that
has had some other channel that has just literally just re-uploaded
unless
their content.
it's two YouTubers that are literally recording the exact same stuff, playing together, or recording together in the same spot. Unless it was one of those few, and you see it somewhere completely different where it should not be, then...
Now, we're pretty much towards the end of the show for today. But
Yep.
one thing we'll talk about is Microsoft has re-released what is known as Power Toys. Now, this was sort of in the dock, but I took it out. I think we're going to talk about it just for a moment.
That's why I did. Did I just go dead again?
You did for a second. Don't touch that cable.
It's the cable and the way you have it bent.
I don't know. That shouldn't do that, but I'll check that cable.
Yeah, you have to play around with it.
I might have to order
Do you actually hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Because I heard it pop.
Yeah, it popped. Yeah, don't touch that at all. So Power Toys was always kind of like a advanced hidden feature mode. It was something you would install separately to Windows, and it would give you access to all kinds of things. It would allow you to turn certain features on and off. One of the cool new features, and I'm using it right now, and I love it.
Yeah, this has actually been more helpful.
It basically is like you've seen it on iOS Mac devices, where you can snap windows to a certain grid. Now I will transition. You will see here that I have snapped all of these on one desktop, and you can choose different layouts and things like that.
See, stuff like this would help me.
Yeah.
When I'm doing mine and I have to have like Discord up so I can see what's going on there, or have Twitch up so I can see my chat.
Yeah, so when we get done, I will install this for you.
Yeah.
So you can
stuff like this will help a lot. And if I ever want to do a soundboard,
yeah,
which I've been told I should do.
Yeah.
By a few people.
So yeah, just search Power Toys for Windows 10 and it's Power Toys. It's a really nice feature if you're a streamer, especially because you can snap these windows. And like I said, you can do all kinds of configuration.
Especially if you have a second monitor and you can just, here. Okay.
And I have two monitors. You have two monitors. I
want a third, but...
Well, I would love to get you...
An actual monitor?
Yeah, I would like to
get...
TV? Yeah, I would like for you to have an actual high refresh rate monitor. Maybe not as big as your TV, but big, and then a good full size, at least 1080p monitor. So that's something that's probably next on your
upgrade list.
We still got to put your damn foam and shit up for your soundproofing.
Yeah, we do. It's still sitting in the corner of my room.
It's still sitting in the corner of your room. So yeah, we got some work to do.
Now, one thing that you did say earlier, Fortnite. Now Epic did do, of course, we talked about earlier with what they did with Batman and all that. Epic did in Fortnite to celebrate Batman Day, and it goes until the end of the season, starting, for like the next 8 days, I think. They have Gotham, where Tilted Towers was.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And this place is kind of cool, because you go in, it's kind of like the Borderlands Rift Zone that they had. You go in, it gets real dark. You have Batman lights all around the map. You have the grappling hook, explosive batarangs. But you go into that rift zone, your glider automatically turns into Batman wings.
The Batman wings are pretty cool.
And now...
that would be a nice add-on to have all the time.
Just like the Psycho Pack from Borderlands, the Batman pack is $20.
Jesus.
That's my only thing.
Yeah, they're milking
I understand it. That it's an economy thing. But why?
Yeah, that's a little too much to me.
Overall, Fortnite on Twitch is dying.
Yeah, the viewership has been way down.
Since Ninja left and since Tfue has stopped streaming because he is on break for a little while.
Yeah, because he got in trouble.
I don't want to get into that. But viewership has been down. They were averaging probably about anywhere from 100 to 200,000 subscribers. I think almost a month or weekly for Fortnite.
Shit, probably daily.
And now, I mean, if we go look now,
do it up on the big on the center one, yeah.
Yeah, you have keyboard access. I don't. You did 4 Ws.
World Wide Web. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying not to make too much noise.
Browse. 76.9 thousand viewers as of recording and streaming this right now.
Just Chatting has 108,000.
It's number one.
League of
League
of Legends is.
Well, I think there's
There's some new content or something that's out with them.
Yeah, they just added some new content. But World of Warcraft is higher than Fortnite. That has not happened in a long time.
Well, World of Warcraft, the new Classic mode is like blowing up. Like everybody's playing Classic.
Classic is not just a mode; it's an actual game that they re-released.
Right, but it's stripped down to the original content.
I've actually been wanting to look at that, but
I don't know. Are they still doing the free?
I have no clue.
They were doing something weird there for a while.
Fortnite is low on numbers, and it is surprising everyone on Twitch. People that were getting probably 25,000 viewers every time they stream.
Like Minecraft
are getting like 5,000 now.
Minecraft has been shooting up in the viewership quite a bit on Twitch too.
Because no one wants to watch Fortnite no more.
Yeah.
It's the same crap.
It'll be interesting to see how long Fortnite's going to be able to hold on to that.
Now Fortnite's been dying since the beginning of Season 10, which was about 2 months ago.
So about a month before Ninja left.
Yeah. They've been dying since then because of some of the items they added into the game that absolutely ruined it for some of the pro players.
Yeah,
such as the Brute mech suit.
Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of a weird...
It's an OP two-person, and if you know how to play it right solo, it can be overpowered. It has missiles and shotgun.
Wow.
And you can literally leap across the map, almost.
Damn.
Well, leap across big areas, kind of like the Hulk. You see building, you see hill, you're over on the other side.
Damn. All right.
I've done that multiple times.
I think that's where we're going to end the show today.
Yep.
Thank you for everybody.
Did it with Fortnite to death. That's what we're talking about.
So, thank you everybody for listening and watching. I'm Travis. You can find me at My Den Life. And we got Coffeeholic over here.
I'm Austin. You can find me on Twitch at Spidercast713 almost daily. You can find me on YouTube at My Life is Austin, on Instagram at SpidersNest713, and on Twitter. There's too many.
Tweet.
At SpiderArray713.
And you can normally find us live, this podcast live, on twitch.tv/SpiderArray713. Typically we do Mondays, usually about 8 p.m.-ish. But
except for longer ones.
Yeah, today we knew it was going to be kind of a little long one, so we started a little bit early.
The past two have been like that.
Yeah, last two. We still say 8 because that's roughly when we...
That's our general time.
Yeah. But, we're also on most major podcast services. We're also on YouTube, like you said, on My Life is Austin. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we will catch you next week.
Peace out, everybody.